Happy Monday, everyone. Jason with the Simpademic, and I'm going to bring a fairly dark subject on this one, and what it's going to be is I'm going to talk about a certain element of the black pill mentality that honestly is very dark. And the reason I'm bringing this forth is that if anybody out there is following this particular disastrous train of thought, I want you to understand that you're better than this. And I want you to know that every life is worthwhile. And here it is. There is a certain segment of the black pill community that it basically starts with the fact that men's marketability or ability to connect in a relationship is entirely determined by genetics. There's nothing that you can do to change your market value, nothing you can do to improve your situation. Genetics entirely determines it. You're either born with it or you're not. And the black pill movement extends this by saying that if you don't have that market value, and if you're born without it, you might as well off yourself and take your own life. And this is not something that I improve. In fact, I just want you to, if this is you, I want you to step back, take a breath, and realize that every life is important. Your life is important. That you are loved, you are cherished by people around you, and this is a disastrous train of thought, and whoever came up with it needs to be held accountable for spreading this vicious, dangerous, disastrous train of thought without regard for other people. It's men who are wallowing in their own pity, and who in order to make themselves feel better, want to bring as many others down with them as possible. So step back, take a breath. This is definitely a lie. It's absolutely not true. And even if you wind up not in a relationship in this particular marketplace, you need to understand that there are ways to be happy. In fact, a woman should never complete you, should never be the purpose of your existence. And if you believe this black pill, poisonous, hopeless ideology, I want you to step back and just realize that there is a lot more to life than this. You need to wake up, get back in tune with reality. Biblically, the verse that I particularly use on this one is Philippians chapter 4, verses 11 through 13. Learning how to be content in all circumstances. Wherever you get this mentality from, whether it's from that particular piece of scripture or somewhere else that inspires you, find it. Go get it. Absorb it and allow it to become yourself. Don't fall for the black pill desperation, in those particular communities. Remove yourself from those communities if you're already involved in them. And talk to people around you who care about you, or if you're somehow short on that, I would recommend even finding, professional help in that regard. Your life is too valuable for this type of poisonous, dangerous, and selfish philosophy or thoughts that men who are so desperate for themselves, they want to take as many down with them as possible. You need to look at yourself right now and say that you're not going to be taken down by these selfish, dastardly men. And you need to wake up and just realize that you are worth your life. Now, to briefly pivot to a lighter note here to finish this episode, I do want to thank everybody, thank those who put comments on yesterday's episode for my advice on how to deal with this very, very friendly Chipotle shift manager that I find myself drawn to quite well. And I actually got the best advice from one of my bowling teammates last night. And it's basically, because I'm doing this doing DoorDash as a side hustle, hopefully someday this channel will get to the point where I no longer have to do that, or no longer feel the need to do that for my extra fun money. And I want to thanks to the two of you that responded, and also just thanks to my bowling teammate yesterday who just basically said, in the particular environment that I'm in on that one, there's not much time for any real in-depth conversations. So he suggested basically, 30-second bits, here and there, kind of like breadcrumbing in a way, but not breadcrumbing intentionally, but breadcrumbing out of necessity, because there's not really any time for any real deep, in-depth conversations, but just little bits here and there. Every time I come in, tell her just a little bit more, maybe get a little bit more back. And if it starts like that, the ball may get rolling at some point. My bowling teammate said that, you may be able to build something slowly over time that way. And it was an idea that was very appealing to me. And so I just want to thank my teammate and thank everybody, thank the two people who responded to yesterday's episode. I do appreciate the fact that, advice can be had. Good advice can come from any source. As you know, I am a evangelical Christian, but I am happy in many situations to take advice from atheists. And, especially if it seems like they really know what they're talking about or have a certain amount of credibility, I will definitely do that. And so I absolutely appreciate any help I can get. So anyway, thank you. I just wanted to kind of end this episode on a little bit of a better note than I started it. So, but again, I'm going to circle back real quick. Your life is worth it. Don't fall for this dangerous, dark, harmful, self-pitying philosophy, theory, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I can even dignify it by calling it philosophy, but your life is definitely worth it, and get the help you need from everybody. You know what I mean? I get help from people all the time, and good advisors can come from anywhere. And I'm sure that everybody out there anybody out there who is in that situation or going down that very dark hole, you're loved by somebody out there somewhere. If you need help, seek professional help, or you can even message me. I will be there to help you. And thank you again to the advisors that I've had. Appreciate you. And just let me know what you think in the comments below too. So anyway, this is Jason and the Simpademic with the Monday night blues, sort of, but again, a little bit of a beam of light at the end there, just to make this not a total downer of an episode. But I thank you all. very much, just for the handful of people that I have following and watching, and appreciate you all. Keep the conversation going, guys. And again, if you find yourself going down that black pill hole, plenty of help available out here. So anyway, I will just end it right here. It's my somber and a little bit of a hopeful rant at the end. So anyway, thanks, guys. I will see you all tomorrow for the Tuesday night edition. Peace out, homies.